Hey, what's going on, guys? So it is July 19th, and this past week made some really good money, 530 bucks for the week, $530. I didn't think I'd make that much, but the volatility was pretty high, and I made really good money. So I'll have to see what I make next week, but just here at the house, I've been trying to pack, and leaving next Sunday. You guys will see where I'm going because I'm going to take some videos there and do some selling options, and you guys will see all that. There will be great views, so look forward to that. And I get to relax for a week and get me out of that hot truck, so I'm very happy about that. So let's go down to the spring in my neighborhood and go over a few things about this week and the coming week ahead. All right, see you down there. All right, I'm walking down to the spring in the neighborhood here. The past couple weeks, a few people have been, messaging me and asking how to get started and, what to do. And they're just starting out. They've never sold options before. I don't even know if they have a brokerage account, but I want to go over that with the people that are just starting. So when you start out, you're going to need a brokerage firm like Charles Schwab, like I use, or any of them, Fidelity, or whatever one you choose. When you sell the options, it will all be the same process. It might be a little bit different on different platforms, but it'll basically all be the same. You'll be able to work it out and learn how to do it. And plus, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that teach you on different platforms. Let me get out of this car's way. And you can learn a lot from a lot of different YouTube videos. I mean, I watch them myself, selling options, just so I can learn, which all you guys should be doing. But, of course, watch mine first. But as far as starting with a brokerage firm, it's just like a bank. So you go to the brokerage firm or you call them. I'm really not that tech savvy, so I like to do it in person and sit with someone and open the account with them. So I would go find a brokerage firm that you're comfortable with. Maybe do a little research. Like I said, I use Charles Schwab, so it works pretty good for me. Not always great, but it's fine. I work through it, and it's better than transferring all my money to another firm and starting all over and learning the whole new platform. So I use that. It works fine with me if anybody wants to use that. So you want to go with them first. You open it just like you're opening a bank account. You put the money in. Once the money is in there, you're good to go. You just have to get approved to sell options. There's different approvals. So approved to sell options, approved to trade options. Two different things that you have to get approved for. I am approved for both, and I used to trade the options, and I found that selling the options is where it's at. So I know some people, two different people actually, and they've come to me recently and they've lost a ton of money trading the options. You can make a lot, but you can also lose a lot. Selling the options is pretty steady, so you don't make as much and you don't lose as much, but you make steady money. I've watched this one guy's YouTube video, and he was trading options, and he was making, he must be really good at it. He was saying that he was making like $300,000 a day. He had millions and millions of dollars. So just something to shoot for, to get to, but I'm far from there. But it's the same process either way, and I would never trade options. I just want to sell options. It's steady money, like you've seen. I've had this channel now for over 3 months. If you look at, and everything that I do, I post. So you can go back and look at all the videos and see. I might get into a little bit of a situation here and there, but I'm making money every week. You see that. So first of all, you want to open the brokerage account, get approved for selling options, and everyone that I've known has gotten approved, so it's not like really hard to do. You got to answer a few questions and they'll approve you. Any investing that you're doing, when they ask how long have you been investing, because they might ask that, they asked me, any investing. So I don't care what it is, tell them, you know, even if you had a 401k for 10 years or 5 years or whatever, yeah, you've been investing for that long. So tell them that, and you'll get approved for selling options, and then you will be able to sell puts, sell calls. Obviously the first thing you want to do is sell the puts, and if you have to, then you get the premium, just like you've seen in my videos. So you sell the puts, and then when expiration comes, if you're in the money, but you always want to roll the options as much as, squeeze as much premium out of these options as you can until you have to get the stock. And then when you get the stock, you turn around and you sell the calls, you know. So that's all you have to do. I mean, you just watch my videos and I'll show you exactly how to do it. I mean, that's why I put everything that I do, all my sales, on video, because I want you to see. I don't want to be in front of a screen and be like, okay, do this, do that, you know, and this is how you do it. But I want you to see it happening. I don't want you to just me to tell you how much money I'm making. I want you to see it, you know. I'm not, you know, BSing at all, you know. So I want you to see everything. That's why I do it the way I do it. But so that's the way it works, you know. And then you can sell the puts and just get the ball rolling. I suggest the first few months, if you're just starting out, sell one option. One option is the same as 100 options, you know, same process, you know. You make less money, but it's not about that at the beginning. It's about learning the process. So sell one option and get the process going, find out the way it works, and the trends on the stock you're using and all that. So that's what I suggest. Say I was going to there's a lot of people here at the spring today. Hold on, let me just show you this really quick. Got all those people over there, some people over here. Everyone's having a good time, so that's cool. It's a nice day. So it's been nice in the mornings, and then around 4 o'clock here in Florida it'll rain. You know, that's Florida. But I want to show you, like, if you're just starting out, and let's just say, you know, I use Carnival Cruise Lines, but say I wanted to use another stock. I mean, obviously you can do this with any stock. Some are better than others. The volatility makes a big difference. So the higher the volatility, the more premium you'll get. So if I was just to pick a stock, say I wanted to pick AT&T. All right, let me show you really quick. Let me find a spot here. Hold on one second. Yeah, check this out. Yeah, everyone's having a great time out here today. It's a perfect day. Blue skies, a few clouds, not too bad. But kind of nice to live right by this and can come down here whenever I want. But let me find a spot here in the shade, and I'll go over some things with you. Oh, there's a good spot. All right. So if I was to pick like AT&T, I'd open up the account. Once the money's in the account, you can sell the puts, and I'm just choosing AT&T, which AT&T, you know, it pays almost a 4% dividend. So, but because of that, you don't make much money on the premium because it doesn't move quite as much as some of these other stocks. So, but it's safe. It's a good safe one to start with, because it doesn't move so much. So you won't get yourselves into situations right at the beginning that you wouldn't be able to handle. But you can always comment in my videos. Any questions that you have, you can ask me, and I will give you my opinion. So you can do that anytime you want. So let me get to this and say I wanted to sell options on AT&T. All right, let's go to Yahoo Finance here. And yeah, there's still a little bit of a glare, but I think we'll be okay. So AT&T. Okay, right now it's $26.94. So let's see the 6-month chart. I mean, you can see it doesn't move that much. It pretty stays right there. And then let's look at the 1-year estimate. So the 1-year estimate is $29.37. The stock right now is $26.94. So the 1-year estimate's like $2.45, somewhere around there, that it's expected to go up. So if I wanted to sell options on AT&T, I go to my Charles Schwab account, put in AT&T, and what's this? Okay, accounts. Oh, here we go here. So put in AT&T. What is this? So I want to trade it. So I go down to trade. All right. So if I wanted to sell some puts, starting out, first time, and what would I do? Okay, so I'd go right here. That's buy to close right there. I'm going to change that to sell to open. Okay, there's 4 different options. So when you're selling the options, the only 2 you're going to use is sell to open and buy to close. Those are the only ones. So you always start off with sell to open. So okay, so we go sell to open. I'm going to do, oh, this is Carnival. Why is this? Okay, I gotta change this really quick. Bear with me. Let me clear that. Okay, here we go. AT&T. There we go. Okay, it'll start with action. Action is, you're gonna switch it to sell to open. So sell to open, 1 option. This is, you're gonna change the expiration date. There's only a few things you got to do. So you change the expiration date to next Friday, July 25th. The stock price right now is at $26.93, right up there, $26.93. So I'm selling a put. What I want to do is, what's the lowest point that I think it will go by the end of the week? And I saw on here AT&T's earnings are the 22nd or 23rd. Let's see. AT&T's earnings are, yeah, the 23rd of this month. So that's next week. That's why you're going to be getting pretty good premium. So don't expect that premium after the earnings. It'll drop a bit, but it's not about that right now. It's about learning the process. Then you can, choose different stocks and do it with a few different ones if you want. So, okay, so sell to open, 1 option. Expiration date is the 25th of July, and if the stock is at $26.93, I would go with, it's almost $27. I don't want to buy it at that price. I want to buy it at a cheaper price. So you're getting a discount if you have to buy the shares, and you're getting the premium. So it doesn't move that much. So I would go with like $26. So 90 cents cheaper if I have to buy the shares, and I get the premium. So see how much premium I would get. So $26 And then one other thing is that call there. I've got ants on me. The call you want to change to a put. So change that put, and it would show that the middle, you always go with the middle. So, gosh, let me go over here. You always go with the middle, so you got the bid here and the ask here. The bid is 28 cents, the ask is 31 cents. Always go in the middle. You can adjust it afterwards if you need to. So that would be 30 cents. That would give you $30, because one option is in control of 100 shares. So times 100, so 30 bucks. So you get 30 bucks premium right off the bat. That money goes directly into your account. So you get that money, and then you would, if you had to buy the shares, you would buy them at $26, which the stock is at $26.93 right now. So you're getting the shares 93 cents cheaper than it is right now if you have to buy the shares, and you're getting the $30 premium right off the bat just by doing this. And that's for the time, the week's worth of time. So let's see here. So you'd go in the, oh, I'm gonna change this. You'd go in the middle, 30 cents, and then you would just, the market's not open, so I can do this review order and then place the order, and that's it. I mean, just a few steps, and it's all, this is repetitive. So you would do the same thing every time. I mean, you might have to change the amount of options, you know, the strike price, the amount of options, the strike price, and the expiration date. Literally, that's the three main things that you would have to change. And then you make, you know, do just like I do on the videos, and you roll it every week until you're making like 1, 2, 3 cents. And then, you know what, just let them take the shares if you're selling the calls, and buy the shares if you're selling the puts. And that's it. That's literally the entire process. So, and you can just keep that money coming in every single week. This past week, like I said, $530 for nothing. I mean, you saw how long it took me in my last video, 15 minutes. It's amazing. I want you guys to learn this. If you got any questions, ask me anytime in the comments, and anything you need, I'm always there for you. So let me see how much I would make on my options on Carnival Cruise Lines next week if it was where they were, whatever they closed at on Friday. Like, let me see how much I could make next week. So let's go over that real quick. And I made $530 last week. Let's see how much I can make next week. Of course, like I always say, you know, the stock's going to move on Monday and Tuesday, but hopefully it goes down and puts me in a better position, and I can make really good money again. So I just do it every week, keep making that money. So let me see here. Let me show you. Okay, here are my options that I have out right now. So if I did it right now, at the market closing Friday at the price of the stock, Carnival Cruise Lines, if I roll the options again for another week, so on these calls I got 2750 calls, so they are like pretty far in the money. I have 10 of those, so I would roll the position. This is how you would do it every week, once you have the options out there. Okay, so buy to close, 10 options. I'm gonna roll it one more week, so that means going out one more week on time, so from July 25th to August 1st. And how much would I make on those? It's showing middle 19 cents. I'd make 190 bucks on those, 190 bucks on those 10. And then I have these 5, roll the position, it's showing I would make 23 cents on these to roll those. That's another $115. So 190, 290, 305. I'm at 305. And then I got these 14 puts. Got these 14 puts. So 305, and then I'll roll these. Roll position. And how much I make on these? I'm at 305. And look at these. I roll these puts, and last video I moved the strike price up on the puts. So this is why I did that. The stock has been going up, and it puts me in a better position, which I do want the shares. I really want to buy the shares, but I'm like chasing it. But I'm making premium all the way up, you know, so it's fine. As long as money's coming in, I'm happy. So I'm at 305, and with these I would make another $322. So if I did it like right now, close of the market on Friday, I would make what, $627 for the week. It's going to move. The stock's going to move on Monday, but I'd make more money, I think, if the stock drops. So, but we'll see what happens. It all depends on the volatility too. So if the volatility changes, it's going to change. The more volatility, the higher the premium is. So, but it's showing right now over $600 for next week, and it's just doing the same thing. So, I mean, I understand I have a lot of, a good amount of money, you know, not a lot to some, but a lot to others, selling these options. And if you guys, I mean, all you would need to sell Carnival Cruise Lines right now would be $3,000. And it's hard for some people, I understand that, but you have to start somewhere. If you don't start, it's never going to build, it's never going to happen. So you want to start somewhere. So just start, and then you make the premium, you keep making money, and you'll be able to put out more options. The younger you are, the better off you'll be, because you can do this for the rest of your life, which I totally plan on doing. And when I retire, I want to, first thing I'm going to do is roll over my 401k into my Charles Schwab account, and I will have a whole lot more money to work with. So I'll probably make more money than I'll be making on my pension. It'll be a good situation, put it that way. But I hope that helps you guys out. And any questions, like I said, just ask me anytime. If you have a problem or you want my advice, ask me. I'm always there. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps my channel out so much. And you help me out by subscribing. I'll help you out if you need help. We'll work together, and I want everyone to learn this. It's easy money. So I hope you guys are going to have a great weekend. It's Saturday. Look at this view I have right now. All these people barbecuing, enjoying life. That's what it's all about. Life is not a rehearsal. This is it. Enjoy every single minute you can. So keep making that money, guys. Subscribe, like the videos, and I appreciate all the people that have been messaging me and liking my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys know who you are. So hopefully I can get to 100 subscribers by the time I leave for my vacation, and you guys will love the views that I'm going to have on my vacation. So stay tuned for that. And everybody have a good weekend, make some money, and have a good time. Have a good one. Bye.